What's the haps? I'm Meroka, and today I'm going to be taking a quick look at Pushcat by Zut Games. This game's actually been out a little while. Normally I would try and review titles a little newer than this. This came out on the 12th of January actually, but it just landed in my inbox earlier this week, and I've been playing it, and I've been playing more than I intended of it, actually, so it's kind of grabbed me a little bit, so I thought I would share it with you guys. This is a kind of a puzzle game match 3 thing, inspired by Boulder Dash, I guess, which, to be fair, was not something I ever played, so that doesn't mean a heck of a lot to me, unfortunately. At any rate, I can show you what this is, which is presumably very similar. Let's have a look at the options menu first. It's not great. It's a simple little puzzle game. Technically, it's not the most crazy impressive thing in the world. Sound and music can be toggled on or off. There are no sliders, so you've got to go into Windows Mixer if you want to adjust anything there. Full screen on or off, and stretch the image. If you use a windowed mode or don't stretch it, it defaults to a 992 by 672 resolution. Which, I don't even know what that resolution is. I don't know why that resolution's been chosen. That's not to the best of my knowledge, any kind of standard resolution that has ever existed, but there you go. This one's actually probably the more important one, actually. And it's rather nice to see that it's in there. There is a colorblind mode. There actually is genuinely a colorblind mode. Not sure what kind of colorblindness, actually, if I'm honest. I would imagine red-green, because that's probably the most common one. And there are multiple different kinds of colorblindness that one can have. But certainly for a game that's about matching colored things, having a colorblind mode in there is actually pretty important. So it's very nice that they've actually taken the time to add that. So, the rest of it's kind of a bit meh, but the colorblind's good. And I also, while we're on it, it does run at 25 frames per second. 25 frames? That's poor form, really. But hey, again, simple puzzle game. Probably aren't going to lament it too greatly, but you know, in this day and age, I'm sure. Can I not use my 144Hz monitor for playing games? No, we're playing it at 25. All right, fine. Okay. Let's have a look at things. We've got a variety of different worlds. We have Push School, Future Shock, Ookie Spooky, and a couple of other worlds. Each of them has got a couple of sort of tutorial-y, learning the ropes kind of levels. Then we got 9 other levels, and a boss level. Each of them can be completed or starred, as is the way with puzzle games, to be fair. And you need to unlock stars to get to bosses, basically. I've got to the boss level in this, but I have not starred enough levels in order to be able to actually unlock the boss of this one, so there you go. We'll start off with something a little simpler. We'll go back to some of the early worlds. I really like what they've done with this, because basically there's a lot of variety in these puzzles, so I've got to try and figure out some that are doing some interesting things. The spot, I think, is a good one. So I'm not going to do all of this level, because this level would take me ages. But yeah, basically, we can wander around. All the blocks here are affected by gravity. So if I were to dig out that, all those blocks would fall down. Anything that matches 3 will be turned into coins, and we collect coins for points. As you can see at the top, I need 100 to finish the level, and I need 200 to star it. And I can push blocks from side to side. If I take the coins out, the coins will no longer support things. So what I might want to do is take those out, push that to one side, that's going to match those up, and now I need to contemplate where those are going to go. So if I push that there, I can collect those will become coins, and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of that. You'd think that's a fairly limiting format, you really would, but I don't know, I've been pretty engaged with it. I've been playing far more of this than I've ever anticipated I would or should be playing. Normally with a game like this, I would probably play a couple hours tops and then say, alright, I'm ready to talk about it. I sunk 5 hours into this thing, without even meaning to. I had no intention of doing that. So there's a lot of variety in here, a lot of really interesting, cool, different stuff that I wouldn't have expected that they could do with this game. And it's really kept me playing quite a lot more than I ever expected I would, which is really cool. So yeah, with all these dirt blocks can be dug out, and yeah, you do need to think strategically about what's going to cause things to happen. I should be putting a lot more thought into what I'm doing here, but just for the sake of demonstration, I'm just kind of pushing things around. I've already finished this level anyway, if I'm honest, so hey. I can drop that down there, but I can't push that there. There's dirt blocking it at the other side, so I can't push the dirt, and I can't push it into the coin. The coin's blocking the coin. Until the coin is picked up, it is treated essentially as a block. So I can't match those 3 yellow ones. And yeah, this is kind of your standard format level. I'll give you a big grid of things, and you need to push them around until you make stuff, until you collect enough coins. And if you stop and think and play it really strategically, you can clear out an astonishing amount of it. And I think that's what I found really satisfying about it. It's maybe a little bit OCD. A little bit of me is concerned that anybody who genuinely, honest to God, actually has OCD would be forever tormented by this game, because it's really. I don't think they would appreciate getting to the end of a level and there being like 2 blocks left over. I can kind of deal with that. But the whole trying to clear everything in the level out is kind of compelling for me. I don't know if that's what they intended. I'm not actually sure that is what they intended when they made the game. But that's the way I've wound up playing it at any rate. Because certainly if you like watch any of the videos or GIFs and stuff that they've done to promote the game, they just show players running around, matching things, match this, match that, match this, match that. I put way more thought into it than anyone who ever demoed the game ever appears to, at any rate. So you can think long and hard and strategically about it, and it's good for just chilling out, actually, I found. It's like if you just chill out and shove blocks around, just put some videos, put some YouTube videos or whatever on my second monitor, and just push blocks around for, I guess, 5 hours is what happened. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Alrighty. Let's knock those down there, because what I want to do is be able to shove that to match those. I think the way I have approached... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah, you need to be a bit more cautious about it, because otherwise you end up accidentally knocking things down where you don't want them to be, and you can end up in places where you don't want things to be. And things can go wrong, things can go awry. But you can always match more things. There's always things to match. There are forever things to match. So those will go down there. I've done it again. It's okay. I can get that. I can go through there, that'll match those. Then I can do that. That block's not holding anything up, so that's okay. I don't want to touch that block, otherwise I'm going to drop far too much stuff. What else can we do around here? Not a whole heck of a lot, if we're honest. I could work on other areas. Anyway, yeah, this is your standard match 3 blocky matching mechanics. It's simple, it's surprisingly engaging, it really is. I can shove that through there. Control. I hadn't even intended to do that, that works. That's okay. And I need to get rid of these coins. And then I can shove that there. A little bit of me had thought it would save some time running around. Cause you gotta walk everywhere to shove things, and I'm like, it would be nice if you could just like pull a stack as well, if you could just kind of move things, rather than having to specifically push them every time. But I actually don't know that would work. I don't think it would. Because a core part of the mechanics is that you hold blocks up with your head as well. If the cat's here, I'm stopping those blocks falling, and that can be actually quite important to making specific maneuvers. So that's a key part of it. And can I do anything with... I can't do just yet, actually. Can't do anything useful there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. I'm being far clumsier about this than I have any desire to be. But I can remove that. I can shove that across there. And get those! And then I can push that one in there. I need to find a way to get one of those blues in there. That's not happening just yet. Anyway, I need to stop playing this level, or I'm going to be here forever. Because I will. I'll be here to try and get like 300 coins out of this level. I know I will. Even when I hit the star, I'm the sort of person who just doesn't stop. And I need to stop. I'll be like, well, it's alright, I got 200 coins, and I guess that was the objective, but I will keep playing until I get 300. Just because I want to. Just because, I don't know, it's that satisfying to do that. I don't know how they managed to make such a astonishingly, ridiculously compelling mechanic out of all this. But they have. It's too much. It's block matching crack is what it is. I just have a really weird soft spot for match 3, I think. And match 3 done in cool, interesting, original ways is, I don't know, it works for me. It works for me a lot. It's not one of those things you're supposed to admit to, but I will say that I actually really liked what Honeypop did with it. They did something new and original. That was not just your standard match 3. That was a really cool, interesting twist on match 3. I like new interesting twists on match 3. And this is it. Alright, let's head out of this one. Let's leave the cave. Good lord. I'm gonna be here all day. What else have we got? We have... I'm trying to find something that I know will be interesting. Let's move to a different world. In future stock, there is... the one I haven't completed, because I know this one. This one's nasty. This one actually requires you to not play the game in a stand format. So it's just constantly raining blocks from the top. And yeah, it's easy to get yourself trapped. If you overstay your welcome in this level, you will just trap yourself. You'll get buried in blocks, and you'll fail the level because you've trapped yourself in blocks. So you need to try and match as much stuff as you can, as quickly as you can, and try and get to 120. I think the best I managed was about 75-ish or somewhere over thereabouts. It's really difficult, because it requires such a different attitude to playing the game to what you've done so far. I can't do anything with that. That's going to go in there. That's alright. I can get that out. Let's not get stuck on the blocks again, but I can push that there and there. And this level fills up really, really quickly. I mean, you can keep going for a while. You can keep trying to clear it out as much as you want, but if you overstay it, you'll get trapped. It's kind of it's a very Tetris kind of element to it. It's just raining blocks. Tetris is probably, I don't know if Tetris is the right word for it, to be honest, but it's different to your standard format. It's not how the rest of the game normally works. They've done something very different here. And I'm just continually surprised at how many different things they've been able to do with the mechanics. You only ever get this one mechanic. It's one very basic mechanic, which is just push blocks around. You as a character never gain the ability to do anything new, but the game keeps doing new things with the formula, somehow. I don't know how. It's very impressive. Oh, there's 5. That's a bunch. I could... oh my word. I'm going to get myself trapped, aren't I? But there's so many coins down here. I am actually trapped, and there we go. That's effectively game over for me. The only way out of this is to quit the level. Now, I hit 70 coins, so that would actually be enough to finish the level. It would unlock the boss level if this were the level I was trying to complete. But I need a lot more coins to actually get the star. I need the star to actually make actual, genuine, real progress in the level. So, I'm stuck. Alright, let's leave that cave. So, that's something entirely different. I will... yeah, I like this boss. This boss again demonstrates something entirely new. Hey, this looks surprisingly familiar. There's something creepy about this place. So we go around, we collect some coins. I probably shouldn't collect too many coins, because I know how the mechanics of this one work. But yeah, it's Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man. They've made a Pac-Man level, which is kind of cool. They've done, once again, they've done something entirely novel with this. So I need to go around, I need to collect all the coins. If I collect a certain amount of coins, a ghost is going to spawn and start chasing me around and trying to eat me. I don't know where it spawns. Where does it spawn? Is it 100 coins? Because there's quite a lot of coins in this level. So you literally need every coin in this level, and obviously the gems are not power-ups. We're not actually playing Pac-Man here, so what I need to do is match all the gems. Oh, and now a ghost that doesn't like me stealing things from him is going to appear. So these are basically our dirt tiles, because the second world is more of a sort of a technological theme. You get a different tile set. Gems are still gems. Coins are still coins. But your dirt tiles become that purple mesh stuff. Your solid blocks are now these kind of chipset kind of things. Don't want to get trapped by a ghost or I will die, and I don't get 3 lives like in Pac-Man. So I might as well just give it the runaround. So once again, they managed to do something like totally different with the formula. The block pushing thing is minimal in this level. The block pushing elements of this level is almost none. There's nothing here. There's just these 4 blocks to match. There's nothing going on blocky. It's mostly just giving the ghost the runaround. It is Pac-Man. Oh god, I've got myself a little bit trapped. I got myself trapped. Well, there you go. That's something new as well. Alright, let's have a look in Ookie Spooky. What have we got? Hammer... is this what I think it is? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, once again, we've got infinite spawning blocks. In the third world, they introduce more new blocks. These kind of weird exploding blocks will explode if you match 3 of them and take out everything nearby. and if you're near it when it explodes, you will die, and you'll have to start the level over again. So you've got to try and extract 100 coins out of this eternally falling grid of blocks. No matter how many you remove, they will keep falling. So you've got to try and get 100 coins out of here without ever inadvertently exploding, which I can confirm is way, way trickier than it sounds. It's like, 100 blocks? That's not hard to do, right? The amount of times I've had explosive blocks just kind of land on your head and match a couple others that are nearby you, and all of a sudden you're exploding. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah, that nearly happened there, in fact. If I hadn't been pushing that, that probably would have happened. That's an explosive. Get out of there. Run away. Doesn't seem like you got much time to get out. You got a moment or so to get away. If you've got room to run, you can get away. If you're trapped in the middle of a block maze, you probably don't have quite as much time to run. That's going to blow. Take that out in the middle. So once again, they managed to take the formula and change it up so that, yet again, they're doing something entirely new with it. There's kind of just a void off the bottom that everything just kind of falls into if you haven't spotted. A lot of levels have that going on, actually. So in some levels that's a bad thing. There's like, oh, you don't want things to fall into the void because then you're going to lose them, and you don't want to lose stuff. That's bad, losing stuff, because usually that's going to be potential coins and things, and you want all the coins out of the level. In this instance, well, you're wanting to get rid of a lot of blocks, and you just have an infinite supply of them. So it's not as big a deal. Which once again just completely changes the dynamic of how it plays out. This is really cool. I love it. One needs not to dwell too much on why everything is affected by gravity except the cat. I'm not quite sure what's going on perspective-wise. It's kind of an odd beast. That's a minor, weird gripe about the visual style. That's not even really a gripe, because once you're playing the game, you're not even thinking about it. But just kind of an odd one to think about is like, why does everything else fall, but the cat can walk around? It's like from the cat's perspective, the game's top-down, but from the board's perspective, it's side-on? Well, hang on, which is it? I'm not even sure. I'm actually quite close to finishing this level with a star. That's kind of cool. And I don't even need to. I mean, I've shown you the mechanics. I just want to play the level, you know? 95 coins, come on, we can do this. That's going to explode. I can find a few coins. Oh, come on, 101 coins. I got greedy. Do try and avoid getting blown up. Yeah, will do. Some of the levels I think are almost procedurally generated as well, actually. I think if we go back to Push School, I'm not sure which one it is. Baby Grid, Blockopolis. I think it's First Dig. I think it might be First Dig was the level I noticed was... So this is a fairly early level. They just give you 2 colours of blocks, and you go digging for them. I think if I restart, blocks be in different places? Yeah, see, everything's different now. They've rearranged everything. So some of the levels are clearly somewhat procedurally generated as well. Obviously, the stuff that just drops random stuff is like completely random. But in this instance, yeah, it's random, but almost pre-configured? I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. Can we move that, drop those down? This plays out a little bit differently again, fairly similar to other ones, but actually, I don't know what am I trying to do here. I'm trying to push that there. It plays out similar to that first one I showed you, but it is a more of a methodical one. You do have to consider things, and these are gravity blocks, so they're going to block fall and get in your way as well. We saw some of those in the last level. I've just trapped myself, so that's entirely possible here as well. You need to put more thought into these things. Oh, I didn't realize that actually happened. I've not actually seen that animation. I mean, I got stuck in the other level and it didn't do that, but in this instance, it was just like, yep, you're stuck. At least it does acknowledge it. That's kind of cool. Okay, cool. There we go. Still learning things. 5 hours in, I'm still learning things. So I presume Worlds 4 and 5 will introduce new mechanics as well, actually. Just given what they've introduced so far, it would not surprise me for them to do that. That seems par for the course for them, to be quite honest. So, can I... I'm going to get trapped if I go in there, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, I fully expect them to introduce some new mechanics in the later worlds, because actually a block I haven't shown you in the second world is the added rainbow blocks, which kind of explode and turn everything into coins around them, which makes things different as well. There is... Oh, I want to find... just want to show you the variety of different things that they do. Is it Ectocube? I think is an interesting one. No, that's kind of an interesting one as well, because all one colour, just massive block of gravity blocks and coins, and once you gain about 10 coins, a ghost starts chasing you around it, but that one just takes forever. Is it Astral Codex? Yeah, Astral Codex. So there's your rainbow blocks. If I match 3 or more of those, they would go boom and turn all the purple brick blocks into coins. That's kind of tricky to do, actually. I wonder if that's doable, but in this one, you've got the heads that explode, and if the ghost goes over them, I don't know why the ghost has made his return here, but it has. I've done this one wrong, because you kind of need to detonate the rainbow ones first, which means I'm actually not going to be able to get 36 coins out of this level this time, but hey. So if the ghost goes over the rainbow ones will go whoop and turn everything into coins. If you match them, then you get more coins than that, but if the ghost goes over it, just does a 3x3 grid. As do the explosives. So I need to lure the ghost around to detonate all the explosives to be able to get in at the grid to be able to collect the coins. So I need to work with the ghost in a strange kind of way. So I need to lure it around. It's just going to fly pretty much straight towards me, so I need to be on the other side of things. I need to try and get it to those rainbows. I can do that. That's going to knock a hole in things. It stuns the ghost as well for a moment, so now I need to be a little higher than that. Which again is just doing something very, very interesting with it. It's got those rainbow blocks, which I did want to show you. And yeah, it's just changing the formula yet again. There's so many different levels to do so many different things in this. And it's just really rather cool. And it's not something I expected to say. I was just like, oh, it just looks like a... Let's have a look at this, see what this is, was kind of my initial reaction to this game. I didn't expect to get hooked quite as much as I have done. Well, there you go. That's I suppose that's a good look at a good variety of the things on it. I probably haven't shown you anywhere near all the things. As I say, there's 2 more levels. I'm quite intrigued to see what they would actually do with the other 2 levels as well, actually, to be honest. But yeah, that is Pushcat. Available for £3.99 or your regional equivalent on Steam. As I say, it's been out a little while now. So any launch week discount they might have had, you have missed, I'm sadly afraid. But at £3.99, I think if you like Match 3, there's a good amount of fairly innovative entertainment in here. I think there's gonna be stuff you have not seen before. I had not seen these things before, and I quite like my Match 3s, so yeah. It's pretty cool. That's Pushcat. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Meroka. I will see you next time.